Go get your brushes, go get your paint. This is how you do it, the Shoshie way. I'm gonna teach you, be ready to learn. 'Cause when I'm done, it's your turn. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on, tune in, hear what I say. Watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above. And if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Guys, we are live and it's Shoshie with. Oh, can you hear me? Yep, good. So I got my new headset mic on. It's not new, it's just my headset mic, but my lav mic was having some weird like feedback, so I couldn't deal with that. 1 second, I'm gonna turn down my music just a smidge and I can hear myself over. So I have my friend Wintertide Wolf Studio here in Discord, and okay, you're so quiet. Let me see if I can turn this off here. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's my music is crazy loud. So I'm gonna turn that off now. Can we hear Winter? Say something.
Sure.
Hey, okay, can you hear him? He's really quiet now. Gonna get this right.
Maybe it's me not looking at my mic proper. Who
There
knows?
we go. Now I can hear you good. Hey, Aurora, our staff, Robosh, hello. Let me know if you can hear everything okay through this mic. We are working today. We're gonna be building and prepping models from liontowerminis.com. Liontowerminis.com. Here, I'll show you guys. And phone number off. So Dan Kelly sculpts um and digitally creates pictures through a Patreon. We can do this Patreon if I can. Yep. Oh, Winter's already got it. He's on the ball. So
He
let's
says, "Yay, it's Shoshie time."
yeah. So let's take a look at some of these. So some of these are going to be 3D printed. So these are the two 3D printed models that he sent. But then after these are all cleaned up and fixed up nice, then cast them in resin. And boy, this is the paladin that I told you about, Winter.
Pretty impressive.
Hi, Zactana. How are you? Good. I'm so glad. Sorry about not having any. You know what? I think I can put my other music be quite as loud.
I'm sure.
It works better. Put
Aurora
my
wants to know if one of the previous models was holding a head.
thing ahead is yes. That's pretty creepy. I didn't notice that before.
I'm going to assume it's a vampire head, so we all feel better.
He looks like some kind of inquisitor type character. Absolutely. Or swashbuckler potentially. So let me get this music taken. Better. So nice. That. Perfect. Just the right amount of over. All right, so let's go ahead and start. I have clippers. I kind of managed to botch up my red grass game. I cut wire. These are kind of like those God hands where you're not supposed to cut wire with them. You're supposed to cut plastic. That's dope. Zactana says, I'm good. I'm hoping that the worst of the storm that we had in the UK has passed. Tell me about the storm. What happened? Oh, see how nice that really does cut resin, really.
Is it a soft resin or a more
I
firm
think
resin?
it feels pretty soft. Cuts when I'm cutting it, it feels like when you cut soft. It's like cutting dried clay.
Yeah, there's pros and cons to that kind of resin. The pro, though, for sure, is less snapping, which is a big.
Off the top. So basically, I love the fact that winter is here. I'm gonna have to take off my glasses to be able to take a good look at the minis while I'm cleaning, and then he can reach out to me. So hopefully we can be a bit more inner. Their Pandateca says new world record due to the storm. What? Oh, transatlantic flight to London only took 5 hours instead of almost 7. Oh, what? Because the storm blew them over. High winds, lots of rain. Do you ever get tornadoes, Zactana, in the UK? Because I live in Illinois and we have tornadoes all the time. Aw, Lamunix, thank you for the sub. Got an emote from that too. Thank you.
And he just subbed and destroyed the internet.
Did he? Right. I'm gonna write down Lamunix. Unfortunately, because these models are so finely detailed, I wanted to make my focus on the minis. That also means it's going to be harder to read. Your name is there. It's just going to be fuzzy for a little bit. Tier 3. Thank you so much. 26 months in a row. So many months. Serious tailwinds. We've had just one years ago. Okay, so they've had a little bit of a tornado. But that was scary, guys, because I'm not used to.
And she says, like my day.
Aww. So I'm just off the little. The mold lines on this are not too. See, kind of. I prefer. To miss the mold.
And the softer resin would make the flashing easier to clean up, but Zakana says, yeah, this was nothing close to what you guys have peeled.
I see his face. Fighting bad guys.
How a lot of paladins typically look on the battlefield, I find.
Agree.
Ash, hello. And
everybody, if you haven't followed Wintertide Wolf Studios, he's a lot of times right before me on Mondays. So if you got, something to do, you should quit doing that and watch Winter.
That's like saying if you like being hit in the face by a 2x4, like.
I'm sorry.
It's all no, you're kind.
Funny.
Thank you. You are, and I'm teasing back. Ravage says hello.
Ravage. Winter's being my chat reader, so anybody who misses many messages.
Desk puppy.
Desk puppy.
If you didn't picture a tiny wolf sitting on a desk, you have no imagination.
So as I'm cleaning around him, there are a couple little bit of bubbles, which I'm going to show you guys how I fix that. The first thing I do when I see a bubble, I'll go and I'll try to make it I'll make it big. I'll end up filling it with a little of probably some Bondic, actually. I think I have my Bondic pen that I hear the Bondic. My only downfall.
Oh.
Ow.
You mean the UV?
Yeah. Here, wait, I found it. This is it. Pen. This is my Bondic Pro pen. And it's nice and bright, so that should work really well. If you haven't used, by the way, you can do it. Yes, Bondic is life. Bondic. I still have that command, even though we haven't used Bondic here on the channel for a little bit, a hot minute. Hey, it's not been used in a bit. Bondic is a polymer, like a UV resin, right? And so I'll just fill that hole. The cool thing about it is once it's cured, you can sand it.
That kind of says sees tiny bubble immediately makes it worse.
Yeah. Well, you want you want to make it worse so that you can fill it. There we go. And now it's completely hardened. No longer a liquid.
From experience, if you try and put Bondic on way too thin or on a curved area and try to sand it, then it will
come off. I've kind of my usage of is I have that Fix-It that I've been using pretty quickly also. Bondic is perfect for filling holes. Cure.
Zakatana says, I need to look into getting that.
Yeah, you can get green resin from Green Stuff World. It's a little different. Here, let me grab mine. 1 second. I don't know. Put it over somewhere. There it is. So this is completely different. Bonnet comes in this cool little pen. This is lime fluoro colored. Try put it on.
I've never seen that stuff. I saw it on the website, but I've never used it.
Not like right inside.
Maybe punch to the bottom.
Not squeezing out. Oh, maybe it's not. There it is. You can see it's green fluoro. This is great for like those Nurgle bait. I think it's just really slow.
Yeah.
There it is. Now it's coming.
Worse than ketchup.
Ick.
Dr. Panda Tekas asks, is the pen refillable?
There we go.
Oh,
The pen
the
is
answer.
not refillable, but you can buy refills pretty quick. All right, so we've got the green fluoro from Green Stuff World. And I'm going to try to cure this. Now, this cures really, really fast with sunlight. And light that I...
Humble asks, is that a Packers jersey?
It is not. Somebody else has asked me that. Hold on, I'm going to show you guys. Australia. I'm a big Aussie-phile. You guys know, like, I love people from other countries and other cultures. And I have a lot of mates in Australia. And my son from another mom who lives in Australia sent me this. And so, yeah, see, the Australian flag. Not Packers. I wouldn't wear a Packers jersey in Illinois. That would be dangerous. Rumble
Yes,
says, yeah,
yes.
Rumble's the ones that asked me about the Packers. Yeah, because he knows the story. All right, let's see if this cured. Oh, it did. It did. That. And you
And
can
when-
probably make cool little lenses and stuff with it, too. That is really fine. Now, the cool thing about Green Stuff World is it comes in different colors. So like this lime fluoro, and I think it comes in other colors as well, but I wanted the clear. What's wrong? It's just, it seems low. Create toxic waters and other liquid effects, non-yellowing, and it will cure in direct sunlight in minutes. Out of the thing a little faster.
Okay.
That's what this. Poke this with, because that looks like a blob, doesn't it? Oh no, look.
Cured.
I think so, somehow.
Oh, temperature?
You know what? I bet it was sitting next to my computer fan. And I bet the temperature cured. I was so. But sure, that looks like slime, doesn't it?
Even though it's cured, I'm sure you could find a use for some of that.
Yeah, I think so. We could get that away from the... I have the bad habit of setting things right by my computer, my desk.
Cole's transistor says toxic waste, question mark?
Yeah, exactly. Aw, thank you for this. That is from Sneaky Tiny Small. Hello, Sneaky. Sneaky Tiny Small. Whoop! 13-month subscription. Mad love for Sneaky. Ashcade Lane. I need to know how to pronounce your name. So I say Ashcade Lane. And I know that Winter says something else. What do you say, Winter?
Ashcadelin.
Ashcadelin. I want to know which one is right. Put medium in it and agitator. Bake it for 2 hours. Do you think that would work, Cold Transistor? Scared. Hello, hello. Paul Warhammer Hero. Hello. All right, let's fixing the guy up here.
I say K. Lane.
Ashkadalan. Wait.
Lane. K.
Ashkadalan. Ashkadalan. I got it. I got it. Rathmore TV, hello. How are you?
Okay.
Not sure what medium would do to resin. I guess, yeah, I don't think it would work quite right. Bug King, hey, you might be familiar with this. We think that I accidentally cured my resin somehow. Look at that. Paul Warhammer Hero, thank you for the host. I think we cured it because it was sitting by my computer fan, getting warm for a long amount of time. Yeah, I know it's cured. Okay, so that settles that. I'm just.
Ash says, but it's made up, so call me whatever you want,
Made
as
up.
long as it's. Rathmore says, that's a lovely gummy bear.
I know. What do we do with this? Wish I had some Nurgle. That is definitely cured. So just so you know, get the Green Stuff World resin. Don't put it by your computer fan. It will cure. Just the heat alone. I didn't know it would do that. Look at
Laura asks, what happened to your sound? New mic?
Yeah, my old mic was being weird and feedbacky. Any non-cured? See that?
Not much, it looks like.
Yeah,
but,
it looks like it's wash.
NG has said, or it's because you keep activating it.
Bit cool, not frozen cool. Yeah, it's too late for that. Look at this, guys. It's kind of squishy. It's when I try to cure it. Probably it might get too hot. Dangerous.
Is this dangerous? She says as she does it.
Smells. That's a bad sign. Don't resin feed. Got to go to a doctor's appointment. Okay, thanks for stopping by, Bug King. That's stinky.
Ash
Like
says
snot.
they
Yeah.
wrap theirs in kitchen foil.
What did Ash say?
That they wrap theirs in kitchen foil.
Doris, can you still hear us okay? Because I want to make sure you guys can still hear us. Let me check my sound. That mic is working. Mixer's down just. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Don't heat up a large blob of resin unless you want to breathe in toxic fumes. All right. So, I need to clean up this little hand now. So we're going to be painting at least 2 of these little buggers for a commission. Two-handed sword. Good. Very few mold lines. Oh, it's very clean.
Always refreshing. Slip mold lines when casting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It happens a lot to older companies, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That in with super glue because you cannot use on then.
Dr. Pandateka asks, is the mini casted or printed?
So it looks to me like they print out a good quality print. And then they probably clean it up and then pass the best quality. Thinking. The scale on this one is very different than this guy. It seems like size of the head's difference.
Uh-oh. Lion Tower Minis says, "Hey guys,
It's Lion Tower. We were just building your minis." So they were asking whether or not the miniatures are cast or 3D printed, and I said both. They're 3D printed, and guessing that you clean these up real well and then you cast the best one. Lion Tower answer that.
the guy on the right is a production cat. That one, yeah."
Yeah. We were just talking about how build this. Sometimes there's a bubble in a mini, and you can fill it with resin from like Bondic.
Lion Tower says, "The Witch Hunter," which you were right about your assumption, Shoshie. You said Inquisitor, that's Witch Hunter.
Yep.
With the head is a 3D print from Elegoo.
Okay. He's holding her hair. Little.
Alex King says hello.
So Alex, there's a lot more little prints, like little strut things on this one.
Boards.
This is the 3D printed. Aw, thank you, Electric Eve. Getting a raid, guys. Defend. Hello, Eve. By the way, guys, if you haven't followed Electric Eve, let's give her a shout out. She is a very good friend of the stream. Hi, Squigbait. Hello. Hey, Jadefire. Hello. Valendar the Red. Rebel Star Raider. By the way, guys, Lion Tower Minis you're based in the UK, right? So if you are in the UK, you can get these minis from them pretty cheaply because you don't have to pay international shipping. Right? I think these would make great D&D minis. All right, let's put him on. Do you think I should base him? Or do you think I should leave the base off until I get it primed or painted?
It really depends on the kind of base. If it's not going to interfere with painting the rest of the mini, or you can tilt him upside down and reach, then great. He looks like he'd be okay for that.
Hi, Craig. And what were you working on, Electric Eve? I think I saw that you were working on. I don't remember what I've said now. I'm blanking. Calendar says he doesn't seem to have a lot of underside details, so you could base him, I guess. He doesn't have too much.
He says Sisters of Battle.
Battle, awesome. Oh, one of the things I like to do is fill that. I got brew. Well,
Lion Tower says, "Yep, I actually have a load of 3D print on demand services that are licensed."
Very cool.
They have a list.
So I'm not going to base him just yet because I have nothing right now to fill this with. But I will go ahead and show you the next move. Alex Kingle, thank you so much for the subscription. It's funny because I have Flickster's head in my voice in my head because he doesn't like it when I say thank you for the subscribe. He's like, it's a subscription. So, like I said, this is not in focus today because the minis are so small. I wanted to be able to let you guys see the detail on these. All these little off.
Dr. Panda Teka says, "Wow, such nice quality. One more question. What super glue can you recommend to glue resin print / cast? They've had huge issues recently."
Oh yeah. Well, I pretty much only use one super glue, and it's this Loctite Super Glue Professional liquid. I know you can get it in Canada and in the US. I don't know how easy it is to get. in the UK or in Europe. But I love it, and it seems like most super glues tend to go bad after just opening it not too long after, but the Loctite seems to stay pretty well. And then I also have this Bob Smith Industries Insta Set, and that helps pretty much most super glues set. However, I don't use this very much because what happens is it will kind of weaken the bonds. So I use it.
Also, being sure to wash the release agent from the resin.
Oh, really? Wait, who said that?
Sometimes that's my personal tidbit. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
sometimes if super glue isn't gluing resin together, it may be because you didn't wash it, and there's a little bit of that slimy release agent.
It's true too. I didn't even think about why.
Sometimes you can get away without it. Mixed in Mini says hello.
Next to minis.
And Lion Tower says they've had issues when using super glue on 3D prints that haven't cured properly. Might be worth leaving it out in the sun or under a UV lamp first.
So I want to show you Lion Tower. This is what I do when I find a little bubble or something like that in a print. Let's get it and it up. So like I found a bubble right here. First I do is I'll try to actually make it a little bit bigger so that it will fill properly. And then I use my Bondic, my UV curing resin. I'm going to put that into the hole.
Careful about huffing and puffing with the microphone right
Oh,
now.
I'm sorry, guys.
So we've got comments of music being a bit loud.
Okay, let me turn it down.
And Dr. Panda says thank you.
Is that better? Some songs are a little louder than others. All right, so there we've got the liquid resin in there, and then I've got my little UV curing light, and I'm just gonna shine that on the resin, and it will harden. Sunlight also will harden it, but it'll take longer. And usually it needs like 4 or 5 seconds, and then I tap it. Or yep, it's hard. And if I need to, I can cut it so it's flash. See, like that. I'm seeing scrape. One of those GW scrape. The music better?
Yes, that kind of says much. Thank you.
Good. Silberg says, yep, that also helps. If I want something really dries almost instant, cheap. That's a good point. No, I was told that the Australians have super glue in dollar store, and it's good. It's cheap.
Valandar says that resin is also very useful as an adhesive and gap filler for 3D resin printing.
Now, as far as adhesive, you have to be able to shine it. I can't not cure.
Need a little like.
Oh, what I just did? Cut the mold line off and exposed a bubble. Pretty big.
It's like a treasure hunt.
No, it's a bubble.
Valandar says, by the way, the thinner the super glue, the stronger the eventual bond. Me either.
How does that work?
I know there are different viscosities of super glue, which is why it's new to me.
Gel.
It's probably a matter of control. because the thinner the liquid super glue, the more chance it has of rolling down everywhere, right? Maybe that's why they enjoy the gel.
That's probably the most difficult part, is the parts. I'd rather scrape. Probably it's like so effective. That's the biggest thing. Generally, it won't gouge the resin or. Sorry.
Gallender says that they remember Grenadier had this immense white dragon 10 inches long, and they were saying that Gren used gel superglue to assemble it of it, but that could just be the brand and the material. Nixton says, how many have got these minis? Just had a look quite a nice assortment.
Yes, I agree. There's a lot of choices. Sent me quite a few different kinds. So there's this paladin guy, and there's this. I think this is a rogue. Let's get it put together and see what happens. Okay, there's a hammer. Probably not a rogue since it has a hammer.
Eve says you should probably also pin a large dragon alongside superglue. Totally.
For you, I saw your post about how you had painted that one dragon bust a long, long time ago. And I are gonna get tacos on Sunday at Adepticon, so anybody who's coming from England and Canada and wants to get tacos with us. No.
Crafty Silver Fox says hello.
Hello. Crafty. Can't tell if this is I think this is not supposed to. I'm just gonna cut it off.
You says it was their first and last competition piece ever so far.
You decided not to compete anymore.
Or like currently I'm believing I just kind of mooshed two posts together. And Eve says, and hell yes, tacos can wait.
Yeah. This will be our third year getting tacos. So let me tell you guys a story. I was pretty much on my own on Sunday, and I saw that Dr. Geek was still in town, and I asked her if she wanted to get some lunch before I headed out. Yeah, and I was like, you guys had, authentic Mexican. I was wondering if that was something that you guys get in the UK. And because the thing is, Tex-Mex is really popular in the U.S., so even in the U.S., authentic Mexican is still kind of sparse. It's not super. She said, goodness, this. Okay.
Eve says they gotta run and cook. Have a great stream, Shosh.
You too, Eve. Gosh. This particular model has quite ash and extra stuff to scrape on. Anyway, so we went. I didn't know of a place local, and so I talked to the concierge at the hotel that Adepticon was at, and she happened to be Mexican and Spanish, right? And so she said, I know this place. It's really great. Like, even my abuela, like, it rivals it. That's to say that, like, that her grandma food is maybe about as good as this place. So I was like, okay, that's a good recommendation. She calls up this place. She speaks Spanish to them. She tells them to treat us right. She's sending us there. And they were amazing. Oh, I just dropped on the floor. Can't stand it when I drop things on the floor. And I hear a follow or something too, don't I?
Mark Goodwin hosted.
Ah, thank you, Mark Goodwin. Give me 1 second while I turn on my flashlight so I can find my... It's one of those days. It's Monday, right?
Where I end up getting drop thrown at me.
Yeah.
Zactana said, well, that's gone forever.
I know. No, I'll find it. I just, I know, wait. That's what I found. I heard where it dropped. I still couldn't get my flashlight on, though. I want to remind everybody who's in stream right now that on the 16th, or 16th is a Saturday, so next Monday, you're doing a giveaway for subscribers. So I currently have 5 tier 3 subscribers and several like regular subscribers, but all subscribers are eligible for. We're going to be giving away a Pro Krill paint set with the new bottles. Okay, I've got a Pro Krill paint set and a set of the transparents. Mark your calendars to come back same time, same day, next week.
And G says 18th then?
I would do sushi every meal too, Luminous, but sushi in Illinois, that's right. you always, yeah, we're going to do the 17th. Sunday, so yeah, we'll do the 17th. So let me write this down. Sub. Can't even see what I'm writing. Hold on.
Oh, that's good news. The 17th, which is Monday next week, is Family Day in Canada.
Oh, what's Family Day?
A day off for families, basically. The legislative buildings will have little events for kids and...
Subscriber Day giveaway is going to be 17th.
And G says, since it'll make me feel bad since I already have the full...
You already have the set? Well, then don't enter that one, NG Laminus.
Right. For entering giveaway.
This little gal's face. Anybody's ever read Elfquest? This cat and everything?
You just knocked away your microphone.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. I have winter with. I'm going to use the scrape tool. So tiny, I can't even get any leverage on it.
Alex says they get every Monday off. Work at is closed anyway, so rip Family Day.
Oh. Alex, are you from Canada?
And Jorah says the new Pro Krill paint sizes, will they fit in the standard paint racks?
I don't think so, because look. Different colors, so you can see the difference. That's the difference in size. But let's see the bottom of a Citadel paint. Might fit in a rack. Bear with me. I'm going to go grab a paint pot.
And Zactana says, I hate to think what the shipping would be for a paint set across the pond.
Oh, look at that. It's a little bit smaller than a Citadel paint pot. By the way, that's how much a metallic... It's crazy, isn't it? $6.99. $6.99 for 4.4 fluid ounces. And I know that these are a lot cheaper. These are 22 milliliter on these.
12.
12. So 22 versus 12 milliliters. Get so much more. I don't think that shipping would be too terrible, Zactana, because I can pack them in a relatively small thing. We do need to, if you guys look, we have $0 raised for the paint shipment. So if you, we won't really be able to give away anything if I don't get some kind of shipping, unless the person happens to live in the U.S. So we might have to do that. So we'll see. I'm gonna give the way. If the person lives in the U.S., I can afford to ship it. If not, then we'll have to raise the money for it.
NGP trolling and says, "Well, you know, GW is hurting for money."
Yeah. I mean,
Sarcasm. It's a joke.
oh yeah, exactly. Right. There's another little bubble back here.
I'm just glad the bubbles we've seen so far have been in areas with smooth surfaces and no detail.
What I'm gonna do? Add up resin. Try to fill it. That's why I usually widen the that with the.
NG says, "Shosh can never tell when I'm joking. I don't know why.
I can't. I just can't.
What's worse is that I'm the one who read that out, so it was technically his voice through me, and still."
What did he say that was a joke?
The GW hurting for money thing, and yeah.
Whenever he does the cat emotes, that's
yeah.
it.
Apologies. I'll do my best to keep that out. I just found it funny that I'm the one that read it, and it's still, you couldn't tell.
Yay!
This is on. Typho?
Yep.
Follow? Alright, we're gonna. Try to do the trick where stronger bone. This amount. That's gonna.
I like the outfit styling. It could be for something else to hold it in place, so just wait. Freaking delay!
Yeah, arm covers it. How cute! Wow, but that's.
NG says, another new kibitzer has arrived.
By the way, if you're new to the channel, call ourselves kind of stand around chatting jokes while someone's trying to work. How accurate.
And now everyone's checking their ranks.
Yeah. Lion Tower still called. Called a apothecary factory.
Flask? Like, it looks like a wine bottle of some variety.
Some kind of. I think it's.
Your pod mode isn't likely right. Alex has a question. Does anyone know of any company that sells modern, contemporary-looking people with or without weapons? So basically, modern humans.
Well, how modern? There's like a company.
It's for. Sorry, I was going to say it's for Vampire the Masquerade. So like our time.
Reaper has some. That line.
She's adorable.
Town.
They do have normal humans, modern humans on Reaper as well. Yeah, you're right. But I also can't remember the names.
Name line that sci-fi. Paladin. Oh, the Flash. Off, so.
Good stiff brush.
Also have fiberglass.
The scratch pen.
Yeah. Because in case. Get these on. Has little.
I usually have a tiny Tupperware container that I brush over top of and then tap out into the garbage can to collect the shards.
I think also try what's shadow run. Find shadow. Could also get Lion Tower Ministers to make you.
Alex King says some of the Reaper minis would definitely work. I like them, and I don't think they 3D. I don't think I've seen anything that's been 3D sculpted. They do all that by hand sculpting, if I'm not mistaken. Okay.
Out of the old.
Incredibly impressive. I don't know, I'm always on the lookout for nice dynamic fantasy minis too. These ones look pretty cool.
Japanese. Getting some stream.
Artie Wolf says, huh? What? Who else do I hear?
That's Winter Studio. Of that for me. Keep blowing on that. So I can focus on carving up these mold lines. Priority Wolf. Alright, so notice that I found this big hole in the bottom of his foot. We're going to put that with the Bondic. Bigger. Sometimes you have to.
Depends on depth, right? And accessibility, I guess.
What?
Does it depend? Because I find that sometimes when it cures the Bondic on top, and if it's a deeper
Right.
hole, yeah.
Kind of sink down into it. That's kind of what happened. Already cured. Haha.
RD says, aha, just weird hearing someone else on the stream besides Shoshie or Mike.
Oh, I miss Mike. Mike doesn't really stream with me anymore. Well, for one, I'm not streaming at night anymore. I was talking to Winter about how it was kind of nice having somebody along with me. Offered sort of helper thing. So, hype to Winter.
My pleasure.
Used to be, so I. Oh, what I found. Treasure.
Alex King says you should do more streams with.
I think so too. I would definitely be willing to have more of my mods on voice chat with me. Anybody is. Oh, what happened? Is that for our shipping?
And yeah, Jamie G just tipped 10
Jamie,
bucks.
thank you so much. That'll go. So that $10 is going to go towards shipping. Right here is our shipping goal. Trying to raise a chunk of money because there's a chance somebody from the UK could win, and if that happens, then it costs a little bit.
A little bit.
A little, yeah. Every little amount helps, and then if I end up getting too much money, I usually hold that over for the next giveaway. Thank you for that, Jamie G. I think if that, how much each one weighs, have both. Now it's nice and smooth. Bottom of it. Remind me not to blow on my.
I've tried, but it's like saying don't scratch. It doesn't work.
By the way, I'm hoping to get a wireless lab mic. Had someone stream, so I'm.
NG says when I'm home, yes, I could definitely hop in voice chat. Problem is, most of your streams while I'm at work.
That's why I said. I have a mod that's it's little. Pretty good.
Great for buffing. RD Wolf says, and oh yeah, hey to you.
Aww.
Mark Goodwin says, hi Shoshie, trying to watch, but the internet connection is not very good, probably due to the bad weather.
I heard that.
Apparently it's already destroyed their greenhouse and the garden fences in the next door.
Have homeowner insurance that will help some of the pricing on that, Mark?
Zaktana says, "Forgive my ignorance. What's that?" And I'm not sure what that is.
This is a pen light. It's a U pen light.
That you were brushing with.
Oh, this is the it's called a scratch pen. Called fiberglass scratch pen. And Amberden was the one who suggested that I try to get one. But look at how it kind of getting the flash off. But this one particular, because it's different quality of density. So this one is soft. Some of them will get rid of it too.
They usually have the same body in different colors, including thicker or thinner wires bunched together. Zaktana says, "Clever."
And you, like I said, you need to be really careful using it because you don't want to get fiberglass in your eyes.
It is very itchy.
It's not doing. This is one of the ones. It's just
You know who that reminds me of? Old Man Joe.
yeah, coming on. Oh,
After lots of stew
right.
and a good armor set.
Old Man Joe, for those of you guys who don't know, model. It's kind of officially
Actually, I think it's official now.
now. That's
Young Rachel and Old Man Joe. They took. I think. I love how Poots listens to the community. NG says, "Reminds me of Deckard Cain from Diablo."
book and mace. Yeah, he's a cleric. Sure.
So will he literally?
Say it again.
I said, so will he literally throw the book at you?
Yeah. Cast some kind of turn undead spell.
Yeah, it would be most. Yeah, I guess it would be something like that. Turn the unholy, turn undead.
If any of my American followers want something on Thursday, I am in a game for the channel. I think it's T22B.
Rumble's quoting, "Stay a while and listen."
TT2KB. And here, I'll write it down for you. That's the channel, and I play a cultist named Vi Honda.
Huh,
And
interesting.
she's sort of called a cultist, but she's like sort of a witch, sort of a cleric. It's complicated, but it's not a D stuff. Pretty
Cultist or occultist?
cultist. A cult.
Curses, because occultist would have made a little more sense.
I sort of you could call her a cultist, occultist, well, because of the kind of cult she's.
RD Wolf said, "This year you gotta do Facebook live stream with Jan and Flick at Adepticon."
Get a good we can get a good internet connection. That's the trouble at so good. try.
It is,
At the
yeah,
hotel. We can do it at the hotel.
that would be better.
Have Wi-Fi.
Yep. That's the problem with the convention that attracts lots of streamers and consumers, right?
Yeah, there he is. Raising it's above his arm.
It's a bait and switch. You think he's gonna throw the book at you, but you're actually getting the stick.
Yeah, for sure. W. You know that Templar and Maces came about because of religious restrictions that these priests, whatever these, could not use weapons.
Oh. I actually did not know that myself.
Use blunt trauma weapons.
I mean, thou shalt not break the flesh, I guess? I don't know.
I don't know what that's from.
Reminds me of Japan when they took away the farmers' right to bear arms, so they turned their farming tools into weapons.
Yeah. Philippines, they learned to dances. They dance with knives in between their toes. Learned how to throw the knives with their toes.
Wow.
Oh, this is such a cool mini.
Oh my god, a reasonably sized book.
Yeah, it's a good book.
Yeah, but it's not like the size of their torso that they're casually just hefting like a sandwich.
Now I want to make a really.
Trick is always finding a
Oh,
dungeon
look at
master.
that! That angle's. Rawr.
It's like he put the book down after reading from it a little.
That's nice. And I have another.
What's up, Blue?
Important. This guy is more of a barbarian. Barbarian. Two-hand.
Hand and a half, maybe.
Barbarian. Wait. Barbarian. Powerhouse of critical. Critical hit. Critical hit.
First off, I find longsword helps, because if he's two-handing weapons, it's probably a single-hand weapon. And Dr. Panda also says, how many minis are you going to paint from this set?
I am going to paint 2 of them. So I definitely want to paint this clear. That one is for sure. Let chat pick one.
Great way to do it.
So far.
I've been impressed by the quality thus far myself.
Oh my gosh. Girl Games, thank you for subscribing for 20 months. Bro, very close to your 2-year, aren't you? 21? 2 years?
Yes.
I'm check.
Don't worry, I get it. Especially when you're distracted, numbers become these little hopping demons.
Games. About the fact that it's out of focus, we want focus. Cool. Got his foot on this rock, but the ball down.
I can has, steal, take, run away with.
What I will do. Okay, let me ask you guys something. So do you remember when we did the painted blind auction for the Death Minis? What I was thinking is I'll paint 2 of these up for Lion Tower to full capacity. They get to see those, right? And then the other ones they sent me, they said I could do anything I want with, so we could do another blind auction. I could paint, and then people can bid on them, whatever they want.
I think that'd be cool.
Let me see some emotes if that's something you want to do. Don't care, then we'll just do a regular giveaway with a blank mini.
I would also
Models
say
are amazing. How are you, Chalfroon?
I'd say you could ask again at another time too if you don't get an answer
we can
today.
we can paint the first 2, and then you guys can decide as well. See some. You know what? The last time we did Death Mind Auction, people got some good deal, and it's a support me talking about that, and it's about Lion Tower too, because I'm one of the done on stream. That helps them.
And Chal has also engaged in emote as well.
Awesome.
There is interest.
Nice thing about the blind auction, want to bid? You don't have to bid. Want to bid? Chance you could get a price. I have a good time doing those. I'm doing auction. Some pain in me. Paid for it. Got a flash on. Point. Scratch tool. I don't feel scratch tool much.
I'm not sure what you mean by scratch tool. I was kind of waiting.
The fiberglass scratch.
Oh yeah, I use it all the time for finishing and polishing the whatever tool marks away that are very shallow. And Chal says, just curious, what are these printed on? That I think would probably be a better question for Lion Tower, because
Yeah, that's. I'm sure you could go to their Kickstarter. So let's do the link to the Kickstarter again. Also go to ltminis.com. Production quality printed cast in resin. Have the printed. I imagine that you use files, like if you back their print, they let you print the. Sounds like license.
There is one the beginning Patreon level that has 10% off STL purchases from their official STL store, but it's at My Mini Factory is the website. So you can do that, and if you back it for $2 a month, you can get a discount.
Big back.
No, depending on how much you spend, like even $20, that's paid for itself right there. They said one was printed at the Elegoo Mars, but the others were casted IIRC. if I remember correctly.
Okay, he's. I like the fact that they put this band around dresses.
Yeah, okay. The Elegoo Mars is actually a printing device. It sounded like a company. I was confused. I think so, yeah.
Badass.
And NG agrees with me. He's awesome. I actually legit want this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you guys vote on ones. I'm gonna paint the cleric first. Pick. That's super high quality. Rest. Bead paint. Action off.
I'm not sure that they're around anymore, Ash, but they are UK based, yes.
Yeah, they are based in. Told me what this guy is. What?
Yay!
Serio 99.
Yo, thank you for the follow.
If I butchered the pronunciation, blame me, not Shoshie.
So this guy is a war.
Sounds nice.
Also, if you guys have of score, they're currently in the process of doing a disc squirrel. Cool. So I get kind of like it's like a wiki with stone armor.
You kid? No, it looks like an artificial construct. Look at
Oh
the face.
yeah, he's a column.
Actually, it looks more like Ultron if you're gonna be.
And
looking at the
has-
face.
Have.
It's, a
So
sho- it's almost the Shoshie's world.
Yeah. Render.
At the very least,
So-
the stone golem.
One other thing you want to tell you guys about. So he's doing some Discworld inspired watch. And if you guys have ever watched the Chilling Wargamer podcast, aw, thank you for the follow, Alfru. Once again, Alfru.
Chalfroon? Oh, that was the exclamation mark that I thought was an L, sorry.
So these guys are watch. If you've ever watched the Chilling Wargamer podcast, this is Spud and Elston. So those two guys are two of my mates from the Midlands. Okay, Spud is like from around Leeds, and can't say my name with his Leeds accent, like Shoshie. So he calls me Shoshie Bear. Shoshie Bear. But anyway, they made some minis out of these friends. Discworld inspired. It's pretty. Squirrel. Lion Towers make like Chilling Wargamer podcast. Elston.
Chal says, maybe watching you paint will get me to dust off my brushes.
Skate. Between the
I think I found the official My Mini Factory store for them.
good.
So you can look at basically 3D renders of their catalog, it looks like. Oh my god, a human female wizard without a massive amount of décolletage. Really? She's got flasks on her hips, and it kind of almost looks like a censer on a stick, like some kind of fire pod. It's really cool. I'll have to link it to you for later.
Now, this... out right now. Attached. Up.
I'd agree. I'm assuming a hairdryer or hot water.
Bondic. Try to hair straight. Fix. Knife. Bondic is...
NG says it's actually cracked through.
How it's straight.
Yeah.
That's not because of the crack. That's and then when I tried to bend it back, I cracked it.
Well.
I bet.
If you have hardcore dedication and a lot of patience and insanity, you can pin that with jeweler's wire.
Yeah. Bubbles. The most of the bubbles are bottoms. Bad thing. That's how they're casting. That's a good bottom. Hide.
It's all been smooth surfaces and low detail or non-visible, right? Refreshing.
Back after this. Has that Dremel polish resin? That seems like
No, because it's too rough. Yeah, it's too easy to push too hard with the Dremel, and then bad things happen to good people.
oh.
If
Ow.
it's bigger,
Polish stuff. Polish the.
it might have been for the Dark Star.
Yeah.
You can actually polish those.
What?
Yeah, the Dark Star metals that we all like to play with so much. Yeah, you can polish them to an even shinier shine. Pretty cool, frankly.
Telling my falling. That's awesome because that helps me if I miss.
Sweet.
Okay, so these bubbles here.
NG says, just got a set, haven't played with them yet.
Set of Dark Star. Try them out.
And Ash agrees, you can indeed shine Dark Stars, and I myself have also done it too. For when you want your metallic metals to look even more fancy.
What do you shine it with?
I've used a microfiber cloth myself, but I might look at the Dremel thing for that, because if you set it to a low enough speed with a soft enough head, that should be safe. It's not traditional pigment, it's kind of a plastic flake, says
Ow.
Ash.
Try Dark Star. That's the. I mean,
Ash says you can buff it with your finger if you're so inclined.
Oh,
I would say, honestly,
where's Darkstar based on?
yes. Someone at AdCon should have some for you to play with.
I'll have to ask around.
Not too far.
Maybe I'll ask Jan to bring some.
Or Jan or Bugs. I think Bugs has some, I'm not sure. Chal says, just curious, what was the UV light's purpose? I use UV to cure my resin prints, but have never shined it after cleanup.
So this is a product called Bondic. It's actually a resin that you can buy. It's kind of in pen-like cartridge. It's the company is based in Canada, but they sell in the US and sell worldwide now on Amazon. It's expensive to get in Australia, but put the material. I like to put the material to fill bubble hole, and then pen cures it in like 4 seconds or 5 seconds.
Ash says, Jan is sponsored by Darkstar, and NG says, did you want me to bring mine for you to try out? Or
Yeah.
I have a triad pack that Jan gave me that you can have.
I'd like to try it. Sound unique. Trying new stuff.
I would say they are thicker than scale, but they are more robust.
Oh yeah, some scales thin as far as their metals go. Currently, the Intercaster metallics are my.
Yes,
They
those
just
ones are smooth.
don't have very many of them. I could use dark. I could use some other colors. I guess you could mix.
Yes, you actually can. Darkstar does say you can mix their paint, their metallic paints. I would say you might actually need thinner for some of them. And NG says just one more paints to get packed up for AdCon.
Yeah. This one had a lot more flash than, so he's mine's a little.
NG's sorry.
You're okay.
Blowing. It's okay. It's you'll get your new mic and everything will be fine. The set comes with a thinner mint for their metallics, NG says.
Monk. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying that. Kind of. Say he's either a wizard or a monk. Probably be.
You were correct with
cloth
your
arm.
initial guess. Monk.
Clothy. Trouble keeping. It's stuck to my finger. This is that.
That is the worst feeling.
Heads. Now I have all cups. Just a sec. Watch, by the time I find the instant, it'll be cured. Stuck to. Ew, there's skin on it.
I think it's more the glue rather than skin, perhaps.
Oh,
I hope.
Now it'll stay. That, how that thing cracked. There's no... What? God, there was bubble in. Well, here's... Tried for now. That's gonna be hard to fix. Plus, I need to...
I wish I was nearby. I'd pin it for you because Alex King is saying pin it.
So teeny... I don't have a fire that small.
I've pinned, you know, the Twilight Witch?
Ow.
I pinned all of her lanterns because every one snapped off. Dr. Panda says, what is this liquid water?
Liquid to set. Make super glue that really fast. However, so cause the bonds to be weak.
NG answered as well, but they're super speedy.
Can't tell. Play.
Androgynous? The one, Dr. Panda says, the one that she showed before, didn't recognize it. Thanks. I should not have started looking at this miniature site. Oh, yes. I found...
Back.
Yes, I did. I found a werewolf and Red Riding Hood, and the werewolf is like frickin' so bulked out, it makes me laugh, but it's also really cool.
Can't handle super glue.
I can't either. Texture issues.
Yes. Exactly. Red Riding Hood, is it games or is it?
It's different. It is an independent, and it actually looks really cool. Red Riding Hood.
The one I did.
Yep. No, you're not. Oops, you're the star. It's fine. I did actually see the one you did. It was Grandma Wolf. And
Pumpkins all over.
Yep. Actually, one of the earlier ones of yours I saw and was quite taken by. I got one for myself, and I was initially going to paint it, but I decided that it would, since I'm slowly collecting minis from friends, that I got it commissioned to, so I could add it to my collection, and it looks fantastic. It's a great model, and you also did it great justice, too.
Yeah, the green.
I'm not sure
Got
what...
all that. Got all that.
Yeah. I'm sure they were flattered, too.
Slowly. Find it. Circles. Kind of.
If you're talking to me, Jorah, yeah, I'm on push to talk, and I keep letting go. Or if it's Shoshie, I don't know.
Me? There. Is that better? Mic bad. Case.
I didn't notice it that time either.
Alright.
No, Shoshi. Okay.
Can't hear half of what you're saying. Your mic's off. Oh,
Yeah,
Joe,
because
she's
you're
coming.
lowering it.
Is that better?
Yeah, it was.
Better, yeah.
Fixed it.
Thank you for that, Joras. We appreciate you telling me. I've had a lot of mic issues lately with my other mic. This little lav mic that I've been using has been glued on a million times, but now when I wear it, it gives some kind of feedback sound. And it's irritating as heck. So I thought, well, use my headset till we get a new mic. And one of my followers offered to send me a wireless mic.
Alex says they thought it was their connection at first.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
That was my bad, too.
Much better. Sand.
I was trying to find the model name because I was curious from this one.
Yeah, I don't know what this one. I think. Whoa! Now it's on the floor. Nope, I got it. Saved it. Now this I would definitely pin, but I'm gonna be lazy about it, and I'm gonna do it. Or then we'll end up doing it anyway, right?
Yep.
Aha! First try. That's good. She's sort
Amberden
of like a
says,
female paladin. Little.
I'd say so.
What's Amberden?
Evening.
Hey, Amberden. How did you fare during the storm? Did it affect your place any? A lot of people have been having weird weather lately. Did you know? So, like Australia, especially down south, they were having all those fires, and then they got hit with a whole bunch of floods. So, if it isn't one thing, if it's another.
That's not good.
And it was like deep floods too. Like somebody sent me a video of somebody swimming through a McDonald's drive-through. Look at her. She is cool as heck. That would look so cool on game board where you're playing D&D.
Agreed.
I might have to like ask you guys to let me paint her. Yeah. Ooh, here's another one. He's cute. He's gunslinger.
Amberden said, had a close call with flooding of my garage, but got lucky.
It's good. Hope no more stuff like that happens. So it looks like I don't have to glue anything with him. He has a gun. Got a really cute face. Got back here. Trim. Cutlass. Is that a cutlass? It's called a cutlass, I think, right? And a sword with the curved handle. Let me know in the comments if I'm right.
Yep, you're right. Sorry, I didn't push to talk again. Amberden says, my neighbor's recycling bin got taken out by the wind, so they had fun chasing after the contents being blown around.
Oh my gosh. A new garbage bin because the wheels came off, and now Mike has to actually there's a crack. You guys see that crack? I can Bondic it. The garbage people somehow broke the wheels off our bin.
The previous model is a human female paladin.
Yeah, I'll show her again.
I don't see a price on it, so I'm not sure if it's available for free or for sale.
Is I think she's either a fighter or a paladin.
She's a paladin.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt.
Good.
I found her, and she's a female paladin, and it doesn't have a price listed, so I'm not sure if it's for free or not. Yeah. It just says download, and I'm like, okay.
Well, if you have a 3D printer.
Amberton's asking what I'm doing invading your stream.
He's helping me because I don't have my streaming glasses yet. And so with this kind of work, I have to like keep my glasses off, and so he's reading chat to me and also helping, my engagement up so I can talk to all you lovelies.
That kind of also says, I'm thinking there's a lot of details on these models we will see better when you prime it.
Oh, very well, or even when I zenithal prime it for sure. And I'm probably also going to see all the mode lines that I missed as well.
The worst.
Found another little bubble. Not a bad one, though. I learned a new UK word from the Love Island UK that I've been watching. Word is minger. Only you don't say it like that. You say minga.
What's that?
It's like, so like for instance, before I cleaned all the sprues and stuff off, this guy was minging. He was like, know how to say it. One of my UK friends might know how to describe what it means. It's like kind of messed up and ugly and
Mangy.
maybe, yeah. Minging.
So, Amberton asks, how long before your shiny new glasses arrive? And NG asks, is that a buckle or a bubble on the strap in the front?
Something.
Looks like it on the front. It looks like a gap between like a square ring for strapping.
Yeah.
That could be the
Whatever around his buckle is supposed to be there. This piece is
and Chal says, I highly recommend all of Lion Tower's stuff.
Yeah.
Between Dan being an amazing person and an amazing sculptor, stuff is great. He's always more than willing to take recommendations of what type of model should be in his monthly box.
Oh, that's very cool. It's a monthly
And-
subscription box?
I think so. Part of Patreon, probably. I believe it's the tiers up. The main tier is just for discount.
Okay.
And Rumble says, Ming Ah.
Binga. Thank you, Rumble.
And Ash says, hey, that's Ming and Da.
Yeah.
Duchess Venom says, evening all. You've probably answered this, but what is that you're using to fill the bubbles of the model, and where can I get some?
It's called Bondic, and Bondic is spelled Bondic. It comes in a little pen. Actually, here, I'll show you how it usually comes. Find my little pen light thing. Need to get some new ones because it's been a while since I bought any. Here. It usually comes like this, and it comes with an extra tube or two, and I think you can get them for $20 on Amazon. And it'll cure with UV light. This is the Bondic Pro light, which I like. It's a lot stronger. And you can use it for all kinds of things. Welding. See, the light on this one is old, so it's not so strong because it's been so long since I bought it. I'm gonna replace the batteries. Might as well just buy another one though, to be honest. And yeah, it's UV curing resin, and I think Amazon is where I would get. By the way, I think you go down below on my profile, I have a kind of Shoshie recommends, and it's in there. You can buy anything off that. You can also switch it so that it's like UK or base or Europe base, depending on where you're at. You can go to your country's Amazon and then look up Bondic through that. It's a little expensive to get in some countries. Like Australia is pretty expensive, but they have their own versions of it. So you can also just look up you might. Really happy with that dude.
Duchess says, thank you. My models thank you as well.
Yeah,
Alex says, it looks like a magic wand. I'm assuming the light.
it is. I mean, it was a game changer when I first started using it as far as like filling these cures hard. Right. Got one more model to do, and then we'll choose which one you want me to paint on stream. Some kind of rocker. He's got an ocarina around his neck. My God.
Bard.
Yeah,
Bard.
he's a bard for sure. He's doing the heavy metal like.
Devil horns.
Yeah, I want to say I love you though, because he's got his thumb out a little. But oh, look at that! There's his guitar. No, it's a lute. That is great. My goodness. Gates off. Then I'll let you pick which ones. I definitely want to paint that cleric, and I'll let you guys choose which other one you want to see me paint. To level. Oh, so cool. Oh my God, I love him. I want a bard with me.
Pretty intense.
Yeah. My daughter is really into the Legend of Zelda. And so she actually kind of knows how to play an ocarina. She has done many Link cosplays, a gender bent Link.
Fancy.
Did Dark Link? I think his name is
Shadow.
Shadow, yeah.
Maybe it's been a while since I played the game. Nope, Dark Link. I was wrong. You were right.
That's right.
Yeah. I just remembered him as Shadow because when I was a kid and
Yeah.
I played the game, threw me off.
Oh, it's funny. My daughter is like a lot about right between the age of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because I always got her last, the last rendition, I never bought her new. I gotta love it.
Genuine Vision. 30
Hello,
months.
Jan. Look at this. It's so cool. He's a little bard with and he's wearing an ocarina around his neck. I'm gonna write down Jan. Not follow Jan. Give him a follow. One of the Triptych brothers of mine. All right, let's figure out what we're gonna do here. We've got Scow. Yes, she is a fighter with a hammer. Got Bard. And we're definitely gonna here's the male paladin. Do this. We need to do a poll, but I don't think the poll lets me pick this many minis. Right. Set up a poll. I'm gonna let you vote in groups. We'll have 3 different groups. So we'll do in these 3 and 2. Sorry, these. And then after that, we'll pick out of those 3 polls. All right, of which model do you like best? Shoshie, wait, which model should Shoshie paint? Am my name right? Should two. Fighter with the hammer? Female fighter with the hammer? Setting up the poll as we speak, so give me 1 second now.
I can link the store address because Amberden asks if you have a link for these miniatures. I have the
Yes.
store page too.
Yeah, and it's UK based too, so you'll really like that. And then male paladin. Oh, I think I messed it up. I think I can add all of them, so you don't have to more than once. I think you can vote as many times. Paladin. Like the swashbuckler, or he's like the gunsling. What should we call him?
Pirate?
Pirate?
Yeah, he looks like a rogue to me.
Pirate rogue, we'll call him.
There is actually a subclass for that in 5th edition. You can be a
What?
swashbuckler. Yeah. They've
So
got uncanny dodge, which lets you basically just be like, nope, and half damage.
Barbarian. This one's female paladin.
Oh, Lion Tower says rogue, so
Perfect.
I win.
Paladin. Put Platidin.
Paladin. Now I'm imagining a paladin with a plaid tartan, like a
Yeah.
tunic.
All right, it's only gonna let me do 4 at a time, so we'll time instead. So these 4, female with the oh, all right, start the poll. So we're gonna vote on these 4. Of these 4, which one do you want to see me paint? We've got number 1 being female with the hammer, number 2 being the bard, number 3 being the male paladin, and number 4 being barbarian. Okay. Has anybody got a couple votes so far? Nope, we don't have any votes. You guys able to see the poll? There it is. A poll is opened for which model should Shoshie paint? Use vote, exclamation, no, you got to put exclamation point vote and then the number. You guys are cute. Exclamation point vote and then the number. You show them. There you go, just like that. Yeah, but without the pound sign.
Yeah, the pound sign is a number sign, not a hashtag.
There you go. Doc Panda Ticket voted. There we go. One is the female. Paladin must be done in plaid, though. I agree. That would be really cute. Scottish Paladin?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome. Okay, so this is the female with the hammer. Wait, the bard is one. Sorry. Looks like bard is an... Yeah,
Nope,
bard is one.
two.
Bard is one. Female with the
really?
hammer says vote 2.
Ah, sorry.
Male paladin is 3. Pirate rogue. There's the pirate rogue. That's 4. And then the barbarian is 5. So it goes. Bard is 1. 2 is... If you want to vote again, you can, because you can vote as many times as you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rumble vote 2. Okay. Okay. Female with the hammer is really taking off. People like her a lot. So far, she's got. That's number 2. Right. Like how many people? It's good. Got another vote. All right. I think we're about done. What do you guys think? Slow down. All right, we're going to close the poll. All right, so no longer vote on the poll. And show complete. Go 50. Female with the hammer was the most voted option with 55%. So that is going to go in there. And then I'm going to put that away. Then we're going to vote out of these 4. Sorry, there's 5. These 5. We're going to vote out of these 5. Have a feeling. So we've got monk, witch hunter, and he was called. Yep. Forged barbarian. Create a new poll. Okay. So, male with the hammer. That's 1. Next one will be the monk. It's the monk. Got it. This one is the paladin. She's pretty cool. No paladin. Then we've got the witch hunter.
Twitch is going into stutter mode apparently.
Oh! Bye. Got too many. Skip some frames. I wonder if it's going to pull.
I'm sure it was fine when you were polling before.
Yeah. Alright, we got one more,
Fine
and
with
then
that.
we're Forged Barbarian. Okay. Start another poll. So here's number 1 is the female with the hammer. Number 2 is the monk. Number 3 is the female paladin. 4 is the witch hunter, and number 5 is barbarian. Hi, Kapaka, how are you? Dropping frames, twitchy twitch. If I can with that. I need. See if that. somebody's having it, it's probably me.